Stop for a moment, right now. Look at the clock. Watch the seconds tick by. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those 5 seconds, they're gone forever. You will never get them back, not for any amount of money, not through any amount of regret, not with any amount of wishing. They're gone. And so is a piece of your life. Because time isn't just money. Time isn't just a resource. Time isn't just something you manage on a calendar. Time is life itself. Every second that passes is a second of your life that you've spent. Every minute is a minute of your existence that's been consumed. Every hour is an hour of your one precious life that's been used up and can never be recovered. When you waste time, you're not just being unproductive. You're not just being lazy. You're literally wasting your life. You're throwing away the most valuable, most irreplaceable thing you will ever possess. Let me ask you something, and I want you to really think about this. If someone came to you and said, "I'm going to take 1 year of your life away from you," how much would you pay to keep that year? How much would you sacrifice? What wouldn't you give up to keep those 12 months of existence? You'd pay everything you have. You'd do anything. Because you understand intuitively that time is life, and life is everything. So why do you waste it? Why do you spend hours scrolling through social media looking at the highlight reels of other people's lives instead of actually living your own? Why do you binge entire seasons of TV shows and then wonder where your time went? Why do you say yes to things that don't matter and no to things that do? Why are you acting like you have unlimited time when you know, deep down you know, that every single one of us is on a countdown clock that we can't see and can't stop? Here's the truth that nobody wants to face. You are dying. Right now, in this very moment, you are dying. Every breath brings you closer to your last breath. Every heartbeat brings you closer to your final heartbeat. Every second that ticks away is a second you will never experience again. This isn't meant to be morbid. This is meant to be a wake-up call. Because when you truly understand that time is life, when you internalize that every moment you waste is a moment of your existence that you're throwing away, everything changes. You stop spending 3 hours on your phone doing nothing. You stop saying yes to obligations that drain you and give nothing back. You stop postponing the things that actually matter. You stop living like you have forever when you know you don't. Let me tell you something that changed everything for me. The average person lives about 28,000 days. That sounds like a lot until you break it down. If you're 20 years old, you've already used 7,300 days. They're gone. You have roughly 20,700 left. If you're 30, you've used 10,950 days. You have roughly 17,050 left. If you're 40, you've used 14,600 days. You have roughly 13,400 left. And here's what makes it even more sobering. You're not just counting down days. You're counting down conscious, awake, fully alive days. Because a third of your life is spent sleeping. Another huge chunk is spent in activities you have to do just to survive. Eating, commuting, taking care of basic needs. The actual time you have to live, to really live, to pursue your dreams and build the life you want and spend quality time with the people you love, that time is so much smaller than you think. And it's ticking away, right now, as you listen to these words. Tick, tick, tick. So what are you doing with it? Are you spending your life or are you investing it? Are you using your time to build something meaningful or are you just passing time until you die? Are you making choices that honor the preciousness of your existence or are you sleepwalking through your days on autopilot? Because here's what most people do. They live like they have unlimited time. They say, "I'll start tomorrow. I'll do it next year. I'll pursue my dreams when I have more time, more money, more certainty." But tomorrow isn't guaranteed, next year might never come, and waiting for more time is insane because time is the one thing that only decreases, never increases. Every day you wait to start that business is a day of your life you spent not being an entrepreneur. Every day you wait to get in shape is a day of your life you spent being unhealthy. Every day you pursue your passion is a day of your life you spent doing something that doesn't fulfill you. You are literally spending your life waiting to start living. Does that make any sense to you? Let me tell you about the biggest lie we tell ourselves. I don't have time. That's not true. You have exactly the same amount of time as everyone else. 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week. The same time that Elon Musk has, the same time that Oprah has, the same time that every successful person who ever lived had. The difference isn't the amount of time. The difference is how that time is spent. When you say, I don't have time, what you're really saying is, that's not a priority for me. And that's fine, but be honest about it. Don't hide behind lack of time. Admit that you're choosing to spend your life on other things. You have time to build a business, you're just choosing to spend it watching Netflix. You have time to get in shape, you're just choosing to spend it scrolling social media. You have time to learn that skill. You're just choosing to spend it doing things that don't matter. And every day you make those choices, you're spending your life. You're using up your days, your hours, your minutes on activities that won't matter when you're on your deathbed looking back on your life. Because let me tell you what nobody thinks about until it's too late. There's going to be a last day, a last time you see the sunrise, a last conversation with someone you love, a last moment of consciousness before everything goes dark forever. And in that moment, you're not going to wish you spent more time watching TV. You're not going to wish you scrolled social media more. You're not going to wish you worked more hours at a job you hated just to buy things you didn't need. You're going to wish you spent your time on what actually mattered, on the people you love, on the dreams you never pursued, on the experiences you never had because you were too busy, too afraid, too comfortable, or too convinced you had more time. Time is the only currency that matters, and unlike money, you can't earn more of it. You can't save it, you can't invest it and get returns. You can only spend it, and once it's spent, it's gone forever. So spend it wisely, spend it intentionally, spend it on things and people and experiences that make your life meaningful, because your time is your life, and your life is happening right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not someday when conditions are perfect. Right now, in this moment. This is your life, and every second you're not living it the way you want to live it is a second of your existence that you're throwing away. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to imagine that you're 90 years old, lying in a hospital bed, looking back on your entire life. What do you see? Do you see a life spent chasing dreams and taking risks and living fully? Or do you see a life spent playing it safe, waiting for the perfect moment, putting off what matters until it was too late? Do you see a life filled with meaningful relationships and experiences? Or do you see a life spent distracted by things that didn't matter, disconnected from the people who did? Do you see a life where you honored the gift of your time? Or do you see a life where you squandered it on activities you can barely remember? The life you see when you look back depends entirely on how you spend your time starting today, not someday, today. Every morning you wake up, you're given a gift. 24 brand new hours, 1,440 minutes, 86,400 seconds of life, fresh, unused, full of potential. What are you going to do with them? Are you going to spend them the same way you spent yesterday, the same way you've been spending them for years, on autopilot, on distraction, on things that don't move you toward the life you actually want? Or are you going to treat them like what they are, pieces of your finite existence, moments you will never get back, opportunities to create, to build, to love, to grow, to experience, to become more than you were yesterday? You can't control how much time you have. None of us can. Your life could end today, or you could live to be 100. You don't know. Nobody knows. But you can control how you spend the time you do have. You can choose to spend it consciously instead of unconsciously, intentionally instead of accidentally, on things that matter instead of things that don't. And when you start making that choice, when you start treating your time like the precious, irreplaceable resource it is, everything changes. You stop wasting hours on activities that give you nothing. You stop saying yes to people and obligations that drain your life force. You stop postponing your dreams because you realize that every day you wait is a day of your life spent not living them. You start being ruthlessly protective of your time. You start asking, is this worth a piece of my life? Before you commit to anything. You start prioritizing what actually matters. You start living like someone who understands that their days are numbered. Because they are. Your days are numbered, my days are numbered, all of our days are numbered. We just don't know what the number is. But knowing that should be liberating, not depressing. Because it means that every single day matters, every moment is significant, every choice about how you spend your time is a choice about how you spend your life. So stop wasting it. Stop throwing away your precious, finite, irreplaceable time on things that don't matter. Stop living like you have forever when you know you don't. Start treating your time like what it is, your life, the only life you get. The only chance you have to do something meaningful, to experience something beautiful, to become someone extraordinary. Time is life, and your life is happening right now. Not when you're more ready, not when conditions are better, not when you have more time, because you never will. You only have now, this moment, this day, these hours. What are you going to do with them? Are you going to waste them, or are you going to honor them? Are you going to spend them on what doesn't matter, or invest them in what does? Are you going to keep living like you have unlimited time, or are you going to start living like someone who understands the truth, that every second counts, every minute matters, every hour is precious, every day is a gift? Time is life. Don't waste it. Stop scrolling, stop procrastinating, stop waiting, stop making excuses, stop spending your life on things that won't matter when you're looking back on it. Start now, start today, start this moment, because this moment is your life, and it's ticking away whether you use it or waste it. The clock is running, your life is happening, the countdown continues. What are you going to do with the time you have left? Choose wisely, because you're not choosing how to spend your time, you're choosing how to spend your life. Time is life. Treat it that way.